Hello guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Maria Bermudez, and if you clicked on this video it's because you want to know about my birth story. So let's get to it. My birth story starts, I had my baby on the 9th of September of 2019, so last year. And I remember I had a birth plan like every pregnant woman does. You want everything to go naturally just like you plan it. I plan to have in the hospital, have my baby naturally, and just everything, just have it so smoothly. I wasn't gonna use epidural. I was like, I think I can take the pain. If I can take cramps, I can take the pain and everything. I did not expect not to be fully dilated. I went to the hospital because I went exactly at 41 weeks. The doctor, before the day that I was 41 weeks, he told me, it's actually a she, but because unfortunately the week of the hurricane, I think it was Hurricane Duran, I forgot the name. The week of the hurricane was whenever I had to have my baby. And so I needed, my doctor wasn't really available. I was supposed to go in for an ultrasound because at 35 weeks my baby was already estimated to weigh about 7 to 8 pounds, and that's pretty big at that point. And so I was getting worried that maybe if the baby were to get too big, I wouldn't be able to have it naturally. So I was really concerned about that. So I talked to the doctor and she said, okay, at 40 weeks we'll see what we can do. So we went. That week was a hurricane, so I wasn't able to make it, and I couldn't reschedule. They kind of like rotate the doctors, so I could only see her on Tuesdays, and I couldn't. And by Monday I was already 41 weeks, and so I had to come in. I had to see a different doctor, and he said to just go ahead and go in 10:30 on Sunday, and I would be able to have the baby. Mind you, I go in and I already knew I was 1 centimeter. I go in and they say that I'm 2 centimeters, and I'm just like, okay.
Okay, baby. ¿Cómo te sientes?
Me siento enferma, cansada y un poco resuelta.
¿Pero emocionado?
So what's next? And the doctor said, of course I couldn't move, and they had to put in a catheter. But other than that, it was, and plus every time they checked, because my baby was still, by about 6 p.m. I was still 3 centimeters dilated. Nothing had changed. My baby was so high up. Like she was trying to check and see. They had to put monitors and everything. And all of a sudden they said, okay, we're gonna have to tell you, we're gonna give you advice. You can take it, you cannot take it, but we think this is the best thing for you and your baby. And I said, okay, what's going on? They said, well, every time you get a contraction, your son is not getting oxygen. And if your son isn't getting oxygen, he's not getting enough oxygen to his brain. So he could be born with a bit complications. We're not sure. Either wait and see. Maybe nothing can happen. Maybe something can happen. But we can guarantee you that you're gonna have your baby tomorrow because you're 3 centimeters dilated. And mind you, from 12 a.m. all the way till then, and I still and I was like, okay, my baby isn't getting enough oxygen. They wanted me to choose whether I want a C-section or try to have it naturally. And I was like, okay. Honestly, I want my baby to be healthy, be okay. I was scared. I was terrified about the C-section. The thought of having an incision was like so terrifying to me. And I just remember kind of crying Like I wasn't really crying, but just like a tear came out. And the only surgery I've ever had in my life was appendectomy, when they had to take out my appendix. And I was terrified as heck, and I cried to my parents, even that. And the incision was only this small. And from that to go to this under my belly, like cutting your tissue, your muscle, like your uterus. And so in that moment, it didn't even take me long. I was like, nope, I want my baby to be okay. I don't care about my body. I don't care about me. I don't care about anything else. I just want him to be okay. So I told the nurse, I was like, yeah. I was actually talking through the phone to the doctor because she was actually home. And once they told her about the news, she was on the phone and she's like, okay, I'm on my way. And she gave me all the options, and I was like, okay, yeah. She asked me if I wanted to see them cut me, like actually during surgery, and I was like, no please. So I wasn't actually being able to see. I might answer some pictures somewhere, but yeah, I did not want to see how they cut and did all of that stuff. I don't think I would be able to handle it. I was able to have my son through C-section, and then he's just the cutest little thing ever. He ended up weighing 10 pounds. He was born at 7:35 p.m. on a Monday, which is pretty funny because I was born on a Monday too. But he weighed 10 pounds and 3 ounces. No, what else? 21 inches. And right now he's such a blessing. I wouldn't change anything, honestly. Everything happens for a reason. God is good. And everything, it's crazy how you could plan so many things and the Lord just changes everything. Everything's in his hands. And after I had him, they sent me into this recovery room. One thing I will say, that since I was already in epidural, they did have to give me some other medications and other things, which left me even more into loop. I couldn't really acknowledge certain things, and I had the cold also, so I had a really runny nose, congestion, and I was kind of freaking out while I was in. My husband had to like calm me down and be like, hey babe, like I'm here, no worries. But throughout the entire thing, for the recovery process, obviously it was kind of hard, but the more you walk around and exercise, the faster you heal. I did want to do breastfeeding, so I had to start breastfeeding. It wasn't that bad. The latching kind of hurt. You have to get used to it. And it was kind of hard with incision because whenever you breastfeed, you're also kind of working to muscles, burning calories also. It wasn't that bad. Honestly, if you want to do something, you do it regardless of the pain or whatever. And so regardless if it hurt or not, I did it. It did hurt, but I was determined to breastfeed my son, keep him healthy, and just give him everything. I ended up being in the hospital for 3 days. I think I went in on Sunday, and I got out on Thursday. So I ended up being Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, about 4 days. I don't know if to count Sunday because it was like at night. Anyways, it was honestly really at the moment, I don't know if I want to have, like, I would love to have more kids. I do want to have more kids, but I don't know if I would like the next one to be natural, and for that to happen, I'd have to wait at least 2 years just so my body can fully recover. I won't have any complications. But yeah, afterwards, my incision was okay. I did have to clean it. I did need help. I think the first night, no, those couple nights, because they ask you in the hospital, hey, like if you want, you can stay. We can help you take a shower, help you how to show you do things, so and clean your incision. And so I chose to stay so they can teach me those things. Also help me a little bit. Well, I had my mom there too to help me, but just to kind of like help me. I didn't want my incision to open up. I was really terrified about that. And at the end it all worked out. Ended up going home on a Thursday. I got home, my husband helped. It was just great. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe and hit that notification bell for any future videos. And thank you for watching my videos and stopping by. Oh, and if you have any stories or anything that you felt like you related to or you want me to talk about in the future, well, my son's about to be 4 months, so it's been about 4 months since all of that. So if you need help, advice, or anything, just hit me up and I'll be okay, and I'll be able to talk to you. All right, bye guys.